I am a load of absolute nerves and psychosis right now. There we go. Okay, I
All
think
right.
they should hear you. Hooray!
Can they hear you?
They should be able to hear me. They should be able to hear you.
No, we
Um,
caught it, Mom. It should be on now.
Thank God for that
I love.
20-second delay. It makes us look extra incompetent.
There's a reason my name has been Competence. It's the brand. It's the brand. We're good. We're good. Hello. Sorry, cut you off.
Anyway,
Reed, feel free to introductions.
we are rolling some Fate dice tonight, and we are going to be
Mm-hmm.
finishing off our Fate core adventure, the Bremen experiment.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, let's throw it over to you guys. Do you want to say something about your characters?
I'm Brennan Edgar Experiment, and I will be. No, I'm just kidding. So hi. I don't know why I decided to do that. Hi, I'm Ben. I'm normally DM, but currently at Reed's whim and sadism as he runs us through the story. The concept that Tammy and I were doing for our characters, which I don't know if we ever explicitly said it last time. It's just how we create our characters. We are both sidekicks we are both sidekicks in someone else's stories, but those someone else's are missing now, so we have to basically fill in. So I love that concept, and so both of our characters feel like there's somebody that should be in the background but are now in the foreground. And my character, I believe is Harriet Hall was her name, and she was the brute force and muscle behind a gritty noir detective named Lance, who is now gone, and she's now trying to do the detective thing, despite mostly knowing how to kick ass during the fight scenes. Um, she, I have a luck stat, which I use as a chaos button, and a problem solver. That is me. Good to meet you all.
And I am Tammy. I play Esther Elizabeth Wigginbottom, who is the kind of in the background sidekick slash administrative assistant slash researcher for Annabelle Winters, who is my hero. She's a really tough chick. She can do it all. She does it all. She kicks ass and she keeps looking good at it. And deep down, Esther does kind of want to be that person, but she doesn't usually have all of what it takes. Like, she might be okay and just get by on luck, not like Harriet, but some things have kind of been working out for her. And this is the first time she's actually been sort of pushed into being the hero role, and she's not entirely sure how she feels about it. It's scary, it's exhilarating, and she does not know what's going on, what's awaiting them.
All
I love
right.
this.
Well, as we left the end of the last adventure, you had managed to get yourself onto a submarine, heading one way to the islands of Neue Matterhorn. Apparently invited.
Expected.
As
Weirdly expected.
you had gotten a message that popped up on all the screens from a gentleman known as Vice, whose name you had
Vice?
yes, you had only
Oh, what a
come
wonderful name.
across it in the notes of Dr. John Nguyen. So, you are currently in the submarine. And Tammy, I believe you had said that you wanted to see if you could decipher and get some information off of the dictaphone tape that you had managed to get.
Thank you. I was trying to figure out what was it I wanted to do because I didn't write it down. Thank you for remembering. Yes, I wanted to look around in the submarine if there was anything that I might be able to pick up that's going to allow me to listen to that tape, just to see what Boney might have heard or mimicked the doctor's notes, and of course go through all the pile of files that I picked up from in the office.
Okay. Let's go ahead. I'll get you to make a crafts roll to see if you can go through and assemble something that will function as a tape player.
Okay, I don't have craft, so 4DF.
And yep, and it's going to be a challenge of 2.
Okie dokie. That is a 1.
Hell yeah.
We're off to a great start, guys.
Also, I should remind you that at the beginning of each session, your stress will reset, as well as your fate points go back to the reset unless they exceed them. If you have 4 or more, then you just keep 4.
Excellent. I'm
Um,
stress free.
much of the in opposition to what Harriet is probably feeling at the moment.
Mhm. Yep. I got a cassette and I can't play it, and I don't know what to do about that.
Harriet
Oh.
right now is just walking around looking and just sort of looking at the buttons and knobs in the submarine and the notes and just sort of sighing and just like tapping her side, like her hip, sort of restlessly, because there's literally nothing to do right now except be alone with our thoughts, and she doesn't. That is her least favorite company, so she's just moving around.
And you are going to spend probably a couple of days in this submarine, as it is an overseas trip. And the mini sub might be fast, but it's a big ocean. So, is there anything else you want to do in that, or shall we forward on to the next scene? I suppose we'll say.
I Esther, is there anything you want to do before I do my thing?
Basically, once I've given up on the dictaphone that I don't know how to make work, I'm just gonna kind of get up and just walk around, see if there's any food, like basically like our rations or anything to keep us going until we arrive where we're going, because I only have a couple granola bars left and I didn't pack an actual picnic lunch, so I'm hoping that we find something. Besides that, I would just come back and sit down and just go through my notes and every now and again, not realizing I'm constantly doing that out loud. Probably annoying the heck out of Harriet as I go through the files.
She's just watching you more and more, and just her eyes just sort of. Okay. So, have you been in anything like this before?
No, I'm usually the one on the other end of the phone when something like this happens to Annabelle, and I try to, figure out a way to get her out of this kind of scenario, like through any contacts I might have. I never actually asked her what she does during that time. I will be making sure to ask going forward. Right now, I'm just kind of trying to go through my notes and see if I can figure out anything. I mean, these are all just like medical charts. I'm not finding anything that's going to be of any use to us right now anyways. I literally don't know what else to do.
What would you tell your partner to look for? Like if you're helping them, you tell them to look. You tell them to. You give them intel and stuff like that. I can look around if you want.
Well, I would normally be able to contact my colleagues that I have in the Army and in the Coast Guard or wherever, and see if they can give me specs on the submarine, and if there's any type of radio frequency that we can tap into to take over control or to disable whatever automatic controls are in it, so that Annabelle could go ahead and take over and actually pilot it itself. But I'm like on the inside of the tin can right now. I don't have the phone to call myself.
You might have been onto something there. I mean, don't sell yourself short. You might have been onto something. Because this is being guided by somebody, but other people used it. There has to be something around here that other people can use. There has to be something.
I'm sure we can rip out the motherboards and all the circuitry and everything, but then we'll just be a dead dead in the water. And I don't think that's going to be any better for us.
You sure?
I mean, that is not an appealing thought to me. I'd rather get to where we go, hopefully, fully safely. Because I don't know what I'm doing in all this circuitry. I'd just be pulling wires, and I'd probably cut life support, with my luck.
Do you have your gun still charged?
As far as I know, yeah, I haven't discharged it since the guard there.
Reed, it'd be really dangerous to fire electric guns in here, right?
Oh, phenomenally dangerous. You just don't shoot things in enclosed spaces. That would be a very
Bad enough
idea.
you damage that screen right there. No, I don't think we need to discharge anything else. Other than potentially our bladders. I hope there's a bathroom in here because I tend to have to pee a lot when I'm nervous, and I'm quite nervous.
To that point,
We're
there
okay.
are some basic amenities. You are able to find without too much difficulty a head, as well as the box full of rations.
Mhm.
Okay. Awesome.
Reed, I'm going to send you a message privately because I have a question
Sure.
about the rules.
Yeah.
But I want to ask it before I try anything.
No discharging the weapons in a pressurized tin can underwater. Anymore.
I mean, honestly, that's probably not that big of a problem. The problem becomes bullets bounce.
Reed, I sent you something privately.
Okay. I see that you sent something privately. My Discord is...
It's on Discord.
Yeah.
You might not get the notification.
No, I got the notification. It just went through and... montage. I would say you probably... Just
You could say no.
Yeah,
You could
no. I think just in the time frame that we're looking at, that would be too tight.
That's fine. That's fine.
You might be able to get
gonna...
a certain amount of proficiency, so she doesn't accidentally shoot herself. But
I want to
wouldn't
teach you how to
say
use your
enough
gun.
to get a
Oh, okay,
bonus.
okay.
I wanted to do a gun teaching montage, but I didn't want to pitch it in front of everybody if it was a no-go. And it's a no-go.
Well, you can show me how to hold it, and then obviously I know the power button, what it does. I as long as you kind of guide me how I should be aiming it, probably.
Actually, let's throw it like this. Since you do want to do this, and this is since we want to go through and make this a thing, I don't want to just flat out say no. So let's say that you can make it so that Tammy has an aspect that she can invoke using a fate point. So that she will remember how to use her gun. So if she, for one use of that firearm, you can invoke that aspect, and we'll just call it gun training.
Yeah. So I want to look at Esther, and I'm going to go. You were good with those, but people over there are going to be difficult, and I don't want you getting yourself hurt. So, here, come here. Come here. Let me show you something.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, they'll probably be just able to kill me by looking at me. Oh, I'll take whatever I can get.
Not if you play your cards right. So, first of all, take a breath, gather your thoughts, don't panic. And I'm gonna sort of try and walk her through the basics of owning this. I'm gonna be like, oh, actually, before that, whatever I tell you to do here, don't fucking pull the trigger during practice, okay?
Right.
And I just want to show her this and teach her some basics of gunplay, aiming, and focusing over the next few days, if that's okay.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead, make a rapport roll for me, and Tammy,
I haven't had
I'll
rapport
get
in
you
52
to roll
years.
empathy.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
wonderful. What a wonderful approach.
Oh, that's a -1.
I got a 0.
Okay, so I'll say
I like this game.
you sort of bounce off each other there. It doesn't
Mhm.
take as well as you'd like. Tammy, you can still get the gun training. It does cost you a fate point if you want to use that. And you'll
I
only
will
get to
be
use it once.
listening to Harriet's instructions, but I'm also going to be, I'm not always a serious person. I'm going to be goofing around a little bit. And I think I will frustrate her a little bit, but I am trying to listen, but I get bored easily. Like, I'm ready to move on. Like, okay, hung guard, this is how
Yeah.
I do it. I'm just going to kind of start messing around at times
Yeah.
because okay, enough's enough. Like, I can't do this all day
Yeah.
long like some people.
Yeah, I think at some point she just gets frustrated with you, and she's like trying to get you to understand that like this is life or death, and she's just getting frustrated. So at some point, yeah, I think at some point it's just sort of like some lessons are there, and just sort of escalates into us sort of you're learning things, and then us like not talking for a little bit.
Yes, and I will have gotten frustrated, and I will start crying. Oh, the right way, and that's where quiet. I'm in my corner, and you stay in your corner.
Oh,
So on the third day,
I
I'll get you
love
both
this.
to
Oh,
roll
sorry,
notice.
sorry, Rude. Sorry, Rude.
Sorry?
I'll get you both to roll notice.
Oh, notice. Okay,
Hey, Reed.
I heard
Yeah.
you say bonus.
From one DM to this group to another, never ask how they want to fill in the time before the next scene.
-1.
3.
3. Okay, Harriet, you are the first to notice. On the third day, there's a slight hissing that starts from the back of the ship.
What the hell is that? Just instinctively, even though it makes no goddamn sense, she's gonna pick up her gun and just walk off in that direction without consulting Esther.
Okay. At the back of the ship, you see venting from one of the pipes what looks like a thick, opaque purple gas.
Esther?
They both, more of these jets start firing off inside the submarine.
Esther! Esther, I run towards her, like covering my mouth, like, Esther, purple gas. I don't know what it is. What do we do? What do we do? And I'm like running towards her right now, like half trying to tell her what to do, half demanding she gives me an answer immediately.
I don't have gas. There's nothing that we've eaten that is going to give us gas.
Would you
At
just
this
cover your
point-
face and hide?
Esther, you do see these gas vents that seem to be putting out these purple clouds of vapor.
Harriet, what the fuck is that purple gas?
I
There's
was
purple
asking you. I was asking you.
What?
I'll get you both to roll physique.
Alrighty. +2.
We have no interest in solving problems. I got a 2 as well.
You both got 2. Okay, so you're both able to sort of hold on for the same amount of time. But you feel your body like getting heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually you just like can't stand up. You're conscious, but your whole body is just insensate. You seem to be paralyzed.
Even our mouths?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I try to say something, and I just pass out.
You feel the submarine sort of lurch and come to a stop. The hatch opens. There are 2 soldiers who enter into the submarine, grab you, and pull you out as you're brought up to this submarine base.
Oh no.
Mm.
Oh, it's creepy looking.
You're turned
I don't
around
like
to
it.
face the gentleman that you saw on the screens. Welcome, ladies.
Is there? How do I? How restrained am I? I would like to try and shoot him in the face immediately, knowing full well it will fail.
You could make a physique check. It is going to be a very high roll. It will be a 5.
Are you gonna bet your campaign that I failed that?
I will bet anything.
1. Damn it. Okay.
Your
I could
arms
have theoretically
just are
made
not,
it.
Yeah. Don't think that I don't have plans for you turning around and doing these
Mhm.
things.
Yeah. Yeah. So just immediately. Why am I restrained?
You're not restrained. You're just paralyzed.
Yeah. You just immediately see like her arm just like twitch and just like. But go on.
He escorts you, still on the shoulders of these soldiers, and you see that you are on the island, walking up to a large sort of Baroque villa that seems to almost be built into the side of the volcano.
What is this
As I'm
place?
being carried on this guy's shoulder, I'm assuming like my arms are over the shoulders. He's holding my arms like this and my head's behind his.
Yeah.
I can't do too much. So as much as I can, I'm going to give everything I can to drool as much as I can in his neck.
Make a drool check. Just go ahead and roll a flat D4 for drool.
Oh
Really?
my gosh, that's amazing. Yeah.
You're not serious though, right?
I guess not.
Oh, you should have gone with it. You should have gone with it.
Yeah, I should have gone with it. Now you're not going to drool. You've given
Oh,
up
just
your chance
one
to drool.
DF?
No, do 4DF. We'll see how drooly
4
you
DF?
are.
That is a 1.
Okay. You're moderately drooly. You know, you don't have precise control over your salivary glands, but as you're walking, I'm so glad to have you here. This is, well, my home away from home. I don't get back to Switzerland very often. But I'm so glad that you were able to take my invitation. This is kind. Your friends, they are here and not so cooperative. We are going to make them cooperative. And you are going to help them. I'm sure you have quite a lot to say, but this is not the time. They're going to drag you up into the mansion and set you down inside what looks like a fairly well-appointed den or parlor of some sort.
Oops.
Oh, interesting.
Ooh, a bear
And
rug.
you are tied to the chairs. Please make yourselves comfortable. We will be back with your friends in 10-15 minutes.
It looks like the 2 chairs are.
Yes, they're back to back. You're tied to the chairs. No, it's just sort of, arms to the side and wrapped to the chair, both of you together. And, yes, your legs are tied to the chair, and your bodies are tied to the backs. Meanwhile, you have a guard who's left there, watching you. You hear a solid thunk as the door closes, and something gets barred behind it. The gas is starting to wear off. If he understands you, he doesn't make any kind of indication of it. He doesn't seem to be paying much attention to you at all. Oh, hang on a sec. Okay. Give me just a sec. I guess it's not picking you up here.
Did you mute
Sorry.
both of us?
I think the Discord got muted when I started to move us over to combat, so that the people could see the map.
Oh, can you hear us now?
Sorry, that's.
Well, okay.
We were having audio issues before the stream, so just so you're aware, this is why things are going a little weird.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, to catch you up, we are both bleary and not able to speak well, and we are trying to provoke a reaction out of this guy, although we both clearly sound drunk. And I think, he's Harriet's just like, she's trying to find a way to get under his skin and provoke him into a mistake. Because talking shit is her second best skill, but without the language barrier and heavily sedated, she's trying to find some way to irritate him with those restrictions.
Okay. Go ahead. I'll let you make a provoke check, and he will oppose with his will.
I got a 2.
Okay, he got a 1. I am using my dice this time, so I feel special.
I'm just gonna go. Come on, you scared you're in the room with us? You gotta tie us up and lock the door too? You don't got nothing. You're just Esther. What's something mean I could say about Swiss people?
He's got no dick.
You've got no dick.
Lip dick.
You got no dick, and the dick that you don't have? It's limp.
He is going to walk over. He's going to take the butt of his rifle and try to crack you across the face.
Okay. Okay, so what do you try? So do I have to roll anything first of all? Okay, here's the thing.
You can.
I get to decide how I respond to that, right?
Yeah. Traditionally, this would be physique, but if you're trying to do something in response to the action that you got,
I'm trying. When he comes to hit me, I want to try, and if my legs are restrained or not restrained, I want to try and... Are they?
Yes, your legs are restrained and your body is tied to the chair.
I want to try and throw our weight to the side and basically get to the side and literally fall over enough to the side to try and maybe not trip him or something like that, or maybe fall over. Crash into him. I want to throw our weight against him somehow. Is there any conceivable way this is allowed?
Okay, so you
can say no. I'm fine.
Try to go towards him, like fall onto him once he's close?
Yeah, when he gets over here, I want to try and fall onto him and crash onto him.
Okay. I would say you could go ahead and use a fate point, because this would be an unusual use of a power. And then
how many did I regain any from last time?
You would go back up to 3 unless you were already past 3, in which case you would keep that previous total.
All right, so I'm used, and then what do I roll?
Either physique or athletics.
I got a 3 in athletics.
Okay. And he got a 1. So you go through and you just topple over on top of him. He's obviously surprised by this.
As is Esther, she's gonna yell out like a piercing scream and just start.
Oh my god, shut up! And I'm gonna just try and. I don't know if he's unconscious.
He's not
for
unconscious.
My next trick,
he is currently pinned.
Okay, for my next trick. Hold on, let me play this out of my head. Okay, since we're both tied and bound to the chair, my thought is this. Okay, if he's here, this is him, and this is me.
Actually, go ahead. Before I let you do that, go ahead, roll Lady Luck. See if you break the chair enough to become free.
I don't know why I didn't just go for that. It's a 1.
That's a 1. Okay, you feel it crack. I'll say you got a crack out of the arm of the chair. It's not.
Right, I'm just gonna
sorry, the leg of the chair, not the arm. It's not free, but there's damage.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Okay, buddy, something's breaking. It's you or the chair. Okay, so you better figure it out fast. Yeah, if this is him, and this is me and Esther, I want to try and throw my weight enough that I can just move up like a couple inches and crash down on him again. Is that possible at all?
Yeah,
with athletics or physique?
That's physique. That's 100% physique. Unless you want to try to get Esther to...
+3.
+3, okay. That's not going to be opposed because that's just you're doing a physical action. So, yeah, he'll go through. You'll be able to sort of shimmy up him a bit. He is going to try to oppose you now with a physique roll. So, if to try to basically push you off.
Yeah.
How do you want to try to resist this?
Try and resist this? Can't do shoot check. Let me see. Can I just use will, or is it will it's a lot, or is it just physique? I don't know.
You could go physique against physique. That would be like using your physical power, just basically trying to do that.
I don't know if I can roll athletics. If I rolled out of the way, I would probably kill Esther, so that's bad. Hold on, wait. I can move my head, right?
Yes.
And I'm on top of him?
Yeah.
Can I roll fight to headbutt him?
Yeah, okay, let's do it.
Listen, I don't know if this is insane. You can tell me...
Well, fight isn't usually used for defense, but I can absolutely see it, so let's go for it. Let's let it roll.
+1. I know it's not a highest roll, but I really just want to see where this is going. Because I don't know either.
He also rolls a 1. So you sort of struggle a bit, but you don't actually manage it. And, you know, he doesn't gain anything, you don't lose anything. You sort of break even on this. Esther, this is all going on. How are you responding?
Well, I guess I would say that thankfully my legs are tied to the chair. Otherwise, my legs would probably be up in the air and I'd be showing my ass to the world, trying to like kick them and trying to right myself up. In this particular case, I am strapped to a chair that seems to be just moving and I don't know what the hell is going on. And I'm like, okay. Slowly starting to come back to my faculties. So I literally am not entirely sure what's going on, and I hope that my glasses don't fall off my face and I lose them or they break.
Wonderful.
Okay. So Harriet, we're kind of back to you at this point.
I'm gonna be fighting, and I'm just gonna say, Esther, do you have anything over there you could maybe help us with or something? Or if you, I don't know, a hairpin or if the sword you've been holding on to or something?
Yeah, sure. Let me just cough that right up for you here as I'm filing my nails and doing sweet fuck all.
Esther, I swear to God.
I am tied up. What the hell do you want me to have?
Well, I'm tied up too, but I'm figuring something out. I'm gonna be slamming my head up against him again and again. I want to
The
roll.
arm of the
Okay,
chair,
make
at least.
a
I
fight
want to roll
check.
physique.
You want to roll physique?
Yeah,
Okay. Physique.
I'll roll physique. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm just like I'm slamming my head up against him and continuing. I'm figuring something out.
Just don't knock yourself out, my dear.
This is the worst plan.
I cannot believe this.
What?
I rolled a -4.
Do it. Tell the story.
What did you roll first? Because the number of
I
shifts
rolled
really
a
is-
+2.
So that's a total of 6 shifts.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and describe what you do, smashing your head into him. That is worth a succeed with style.
Do I have permission to just end this guy?
Frankly,
You can say no. You can say no.
Well, I mean,
okay,
honestly,
okay.
we're 6 shifts. He's a mook, so
If you-
yeah. Go ahead and describe taking this guy out.
I'm gonna say I'm slamming my head up against his like side, like maybe his chest or something. He's fighting, and he's like struggling, hitting me, striking me across the face, like blood and everything. And he throws me. And whenever I'm like arguing with Esther at the same time, he shoves me up, and just like the chair leg that you talked about cracks. It doesn't quite snap, but it like cracks, and the chair falls to the side, Lady Luck and everything, and the chair just like falls at an odd angle and just completely snaps his leg, and you just like hear him scream. And I think like a moment later, I'm in. What's that? I don't.
Sorry, Harriet, I'm Esther.
I don't know yet. Just give me a second. I'm not sure. I'm on adrenaline, and I want to just like, at this point, with like, maybe kick. Maybe, I think I think I can stop with breaking his leg. I think that works for me. I think that pretty much ends his ability to like do too much. I wanted to describe snapping his neck, but I can't even visualize getting to that point. So, I think that's where I want to be right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that many wounds, he does not have the ability to soak damage the way that you do.
Mm-hmm.
He's straight up got stress. He's got 1 minor wound. So you have
Mm-hmm.
done enough shifts worth of damage to go through and take him out in this case.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's just say, you rupture an artery in his leg. And he's slowly bleeding out from his broken bone.
Oh my gosh.
You're horrible.
I'm just like, okay, I have no idea how to say, I don't. Fuck you, Nazi, whatever. Listen, Esther, can you help us out of this? Is there anything you could do right now? I got rid of the guard. Well, I think so. He's bleeding out right now.
I'm trying real hard.
Make a physique roll.
Well, there it is. Okay, physique. That is something I'm not seeing. +3.
Okay. +3. Yeah, so I'm going to say with the damage that Harriet has been doing, you are able to get yourself free. Just, the loose, broken leg has given you enough wiggle room to get your leg free.
Mm-hmm.
And Harriet, you feel it sort of snap as she's pulling back on the leg restraints. And your legs are free now as well.
You got okay. We got
At
the
this
leg
point,
room.
it would be trivial for you to sort of get yourself out of the ropes.
Yeah, I think at this
I
point the
would say-
leg.
I was just going to say we'd probably just coordinate standing up together and then just dropping onto the chair to break with the arms so that we could at least get loose.
Yeah, I get you. So I'm with that. Yeah, we get up. Said I like get up and I'm like, okay, so I look down and go, okay, so it was his leg. That's good. I'm just like, okay, I don't. My book on what to do isn't as big as yours, but the very few instructions that I have, I follow pretty well, and I know how to deal with guards. My leg really hurts though. So, and I look around the room. Yeah, I look around.
I was gonna say, are you picking up the guard's gun?
I look at. Yeah, you know what? I look around and go, yeah.
I mean,
Like it's clearly occurred to me for the first time.
Yeah, I already got the 2 electric ones, so.
Yeah, okay. And I pick up the gun and I sort of like try holding it in my offhand, and it's like because I'm clearly not putting down my pistol, and then I'm like, fine, I put my pistol away. I take this gun.
Yeah, this is a rifle.
But yeah,
and it would be good for a +1 bonus to your shoot if you're using.
All right, excellent. So I look at the rifle. And go, okay, good call.
So is
and I
this
look
a
around.
fireplace we're in front of? It's not a desk, right?
Yeah, so you've got to the side of you here. This would be a small writing desk. Looks like it's barren. There's not much there. And that's a fireplace with 2 sort of candle holders on either side. And then the statue down at the corner.
I wonder if that statue's gonna start talking to us.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you think it knows Mr. Boney, or I don't know if that's.
No, they don't seem to be from the same cut from the same cloth, you know? They're not the same. No. And I mean, we're like how far away from Mr. Boney, so unless literally a distant relative.
Listen, all right. You were in that.
Yeah.
That was good. I say, listen, can I be honest with you? This
is.
is.
You haven't been already?
This is about as far as I normally get in these things, without Where do you think we should go?
The door.
Yeah. All right. Let's.
You got the big gun.
You got those 2 guns. Remember, breathe, and if we end up in a submarine again, don't do that.
Aim. I'm ready.
No. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Harriet's just gonna go to the door and listen and get ready to burst that open.
Okay. So at the door, you go there, and you do hear at least 2 voices from outside.
I hear at least 2 voices from outside.
You do remember the door sliding latched, so it sounded like it had been locked behind whoever had gone. As well as possibly a door, like an actual bar across the door.
All right. We're gonna have to break this door down. As soon as we do, they'll probably know that we're in here. So
I think they already know that.
Okay, that's fair. That's on me. Listen, so we break this down. I need you to start shooting people. Like, just act like they have overdue book fines or whatever it is pisses you off, okay? And,
okay, well, you do recall these things take a few moments to actually energize and go. So it's like, I can't go pow, 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 pow like you. So don't be mad. I'll do what I can. I can only do what I can do.
No, you can't. It's not your fault. Just give me a second. Esther, what's your last name?
Wigginbottom?
Esther Wigginbottom. Esther Wigginbottom 2. I am trusting you. Okay? And I'm going to take my pistol and I'm going to hand it to her. I'm like, use this one while the other gun's charging if you need to.
Oh. Oh, okay. I'll put one of my electric pistols back in my messenger bag. And then I'll stand there looking at both of them, then switch them to the other hand.
I'll get you both to make a notice check.
All right.
So that was my 2.
2? Okay.
Yeah.
A 0.
All right. Esther, you notice something weird about the fireplace.
That as I'm trying to figure out which hand I want the guns, I'll turn back around and I'll kind of stop fiddling and then I'll just kind of look at the fireplace. Huh. That's weird.
Doesn't look like there has ever been a fire made in the fireplace. Like it's pristinely clean. And when you get a little bit closer, you see that there's a seam that runs down the middle of it.
Harriet, I think we might have our way out without announcing ourselves. Hang on. So
If we just get them before they have time to react, then no one's announced.
I'll just put the other electric gun in my messenger bag and I'll just put her pistol down on the floor. And do I have to kneel down into the fireplace to examine the seam, or is it like my height? Is it a big fireplace like
It's
that?
a large fireplace, something that you could step into, but the seam seems to go all the way up the wall.
Okay, well then I will put the pistol down then. I'll just say, hey Harriet, looks like there's a seam going all the way through the wall here. Do you think?
What'd you do with my gun?
It's right here.
I'm gonna pick the gun up off the floor, and then I'm gonna kneel down and look at the. I don't know why I always end up playing characters that like their weapons too much, and it's not even a thing I do on purpose. But she's gonna kneel down and look at it too. Can I do a notice? Or no, you already had me do a notice check. But I look, I go, okay, yeah, that's different.
Does the statue have a sword or anything like that that I could pry off of it? Or anything like that I might be able to try to wedge in there?
The statue is a statue. Like, it's solid marble. It doesn't have an independent sword or anything like that.
Okay. And is it a seam like in the stonework, or is it a seam of wallpaper, of like a tapestry kind of?
It looks like there's a very faint line that just goes all the way up the wall, through the back of the fireplace, up through the mantle, and up into the wall above.
Are those
and just
candles
the one seam? Yeah, I was gonna say, if it is just the one seam, I don't know if it like slides open. Let's go fiddle around with the candlesticks. Let's peel the bear rug off the floor and see if he's got like a magical switch under his belly or something.
I literally just want to start pulling off candlesticks, like not even like activating them, so they're just like pulling them off there, one at a time, and throwing them on the floor.
Go ahead and roll Lady Luck for me.
Yeah. Anyone that doesn't do anything, I throw at the guard. +3.
+3? Okay, yeah, so basically the first one that you pull off, the whole switch just sort of comes forward in your hand. It's not able to actually pull out of the thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I just go, okay. I deduced that.
There's sort of a thunk, and the fireplace opens up, swings in half.
Oh. It does have friends. You're muted.
I think you're muted, Tammy.
I was just like, hey, all right, well, there's our exit.
Hey,
As I was kind of distracted petting the bear rug head.
You make another friend?
Yeah, this one didn't talk too much. Kind of dead.
Sorry. You
deserve. Soft, though. Really soft ears. Like a puppy.
I was trying to go along with this, but you're making it weird. I found the other room.
Yeah. All right, let's go. And I brandish out my other zappy, not zappy sword, but his zappy gun. Ooh, let's go.
As she leaves, I'm gonna look at the bear rug and go, "Don't let her bother you. She's like that with a lot of people." But yeah, I'm gonna follow you in there.
So
Right.
go ahead and move your characters. You've got tokens. You should
Oh.
control
Oh.
yourselves.
I could do that. Oh.
And
there's
Reed,
so-
thank you for saving us from just breaking open the front door now.
Well, you know, sometimes you need breadcrumbs, sometimes you need a flare gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
However, you get into this room. It's like a long hallway. Suits of armor line it. The one closest to the doorway that you just walked to on the left, the sword does seem to be out of place.
Mm-hmm.
Is slightly down. But there's two doorways here.
Is that
Also-
a stained glass
yeah.
at the end of? Okay.
At the end of the hallway, there's a large stained glass window.
I'm gonna walk up to it and see if I can see through it by chance.
Okay. It is stained glass, so it's not exactly transparent.
Mhm.
You do get the impression of a large shape on the other side of the window. But you also notice that you're quite a ways up.
All right. Well, looks like we're far up, but there's something in front of that window, so I don't think that's a good way out.
No. If we have any rope, we can just swing out of that and maybe go down to the floor below it. We just need rope and for there to be a window below that and for nobody to follow us, and then it's a solid plan. But in the meantime, any of these statues look interesting to you?
Well, that one there's sword looks a little different.
Yeah?
I wonder if that's the mechanism to close up the fireplace, if maybe might gain a few minutes
I pull it.
leeway.
Okay. If you lift it back up into sort of the same position as the other swords, the door does shut itself behind you.
That is right.
Good job.
Oh. I was a big fan of Nancy Drew mysteries when I was little.
Yeah, paid
You
off.
heard of her? Great.
Yeah.
sleuth.
Yeah, I've
1949,
heard of
I'm
Nancy.
pretty sure Nancy Drew is brand new.
She has a couple books out. She's really good. It's either a grandfather clock or a giant fireplace. That's the only things I really know right now.
I'll look into her. Oh, Nancy Drew started in 1930.
Oh,
She's been around for
Oh.
20. She's been around for 20 years.
Wow.
I'm gonna
Okay, so there's
revise.
been a few books. All right.
By 19. We're 1949, right?
yes.
By 1949, she has had 25 books.
Oh yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna revise my answer and be like, yeah, of course I know Nancy Drew. I don't read that much. It doesn't mean I don't read. It is Harriet's current reading level, by the way. You're all right.
All
So
right. So we got
Nancy?
2 doors. Esther's fine.
all right. Well, you want to break down one door? I break down the other. We still be on both sides and meet up and
Well,
compare notes.
I mean, we could certainly try the handle. I don't know. I'm not exactly the physical type, wanting to get in there and break shit. I don't like messes. I don't like having to clean up a mess. I don't like making a mess.
Here he goes. Don't sell yourself short. You're the And she looks her up and down and goes, "Okay, I'll go first." And I'm just gonna go over to I'm gonna pick the left door over here
The left door.
and just like, yeah. Can I do a notice check or before I try and open it or?
I would say this would be investigate if you wanted to
Okay.
listen at the door, see if there's anything.
Uh,
And I'll give it a challenge of 1.
+2. Tammy, I messaged you privately, but the thing that we were talking about last week, yes, yes.
Okay.
Please, please. I think you know what I mean, right? Anyway, I did a 2 on my investigate.
Okay. So, yeah, you listen at the door. There doesn't seem to be anything there. It seems to be empty, quiet.
All right.
I will kind of watch what she's doing, and I'll move over to the door on the right here, and I'll kind of do the same. I'll
Okay.
just listen out.
Investigate.
Yep,
Again,
yep. Investigation. That's a good stat. Where's
Holy
that
hell!
is a +5.
Okay.
I
This
can
is
tell
one of
what
your
they're wearing by what I see.
You hear a lot of movement in this room. This sounds like there's machinery going on. You hear electricity zapping. There's shit going on here.
You hear anything?
Okay. Yes, so much. I'll say it in a low tone. It sounds like there's machinery and all kinds of shit going on in here.
All right, cool. So we could kill people in there. I mean, over here is nothing.
Is it just machinery that I hear, or do I hear people again?
At a +5, I'm gonna say that you do hear at least one person shuffling around in there.
Okay.
They don't seem to have the same, jack boots as everybody else because they're not as loud.
Okay, so it does sound like there's one person in there, but they don't sound as fully dressed and equipped as that guard. But I can't quite make out.
Machines. It's probably a pencil neck.
Very possible.
Those are fun because you can make them cry, get all the answers. You don't have to deduce everything. It just takes one, and then you get all the answers you need. So let's do that.
I'm going to slowly try the handle to see if it's locked.
Okay. The handle opens without any problems.
Okay.
Okay. Has he seen us? Whoever this is?
Right now, you're just trying the handle to see if it's open.
Yes, I have not pushed open the door yet. I literally just wanted to see if I could turn the handle.
Well.
Ready.
I take my pistol out. I actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna have the rifle, and I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna look at Esther and give her this look like, do you want me to do this? Sort of gesturing her like, do you want me to go in there?
Does the door? Am I to open this door? Do I have to push it or do I have to pull it?
This opens inwards.
Okay. So I will motion for her. She's willing to go first. Go through, and then I'll have my little thingy with my finger just above the trigger, ready to activate my little zappy stick if need be. So I will kind of move over sideways and pull the door towards me so that Harriet can go out, and I will follow.
All right, then I will follow. I will push through with the rifle, and I will hold it out. And I go, okay, we got a lot of questions. If I got this right, you got a lot of answers. It can really be that simple, or it can be even shorter than that if you got any other ideas.
All right.
And I'll come in. I'm a fan of shorter than that. And then I'll be like,
this is the fan art we're getting. This moment right here. This moment right here is the fan art we're getting. Tammy and I are going in. We're making this happen. But yeah.
So you open the door,
Mhm.
and you see this. These bodies are going from sort of an overhead conveyor, dragging them through. One at a time, they stop, and then they continue on. Seem to be robotic bodies hanging from hangers, swinging through this room as they move on to their final journey. There is one man who has not even really paid attention to you as you walk into the place. Sort of darker skin complexion, dark hair. I know he looks pale and white there, but I didn't have a Vietnamese scientist. As this is Dr. Nguyen. He looks, from what you can see of him, he looks haggard. He's wearing a suit, or his lab coat, that looks fairly tattered. It looks like it's had a fairly sizable tear up the side of it at some point.
In the dossier that was sent to me with his address, did it have a photo of him? I think it was just a photo of the address and a photo of the building, right?
Yes, but Harriet, you would recognize him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just looking to go Dr. Nguyen.
Yes,
Um,
what do you want now? Who are you?
Harriet Hall. I'm with Lance.
You're
I
with
step
Lance?
in.
How?
Yeah.
He got a message to you?
No, sure, whatever. Listen, what's going on here?
I got kidnapped from my lab. I don't even know how long ago it's been now. I don't get to sleep very often. They're making me work, trying to finalize my work with making brains communicate with robot bodies. They're hoping to transplant the brains of their soldiers into robots.
No, I gotta tell you, that is a sin in the eyes of the church. I'll tell you that right now. And I look over and I go, are there master race shit? They're gonna be robots?
They don't have to eat, they don't have to sleep. They're almost indestructible in combat. Certainly more so than humans are.
Are the robots' bodies hanging from that conveyor belt thing? Are they like larger than an average man size?
These ones are about man size, like a tall man. They'd probably be
Okay.
about 6'5" standing.
Okay.
All shiny and chrome.
I'm going to look at these. I don't know if you caught my quote or not, but anyway, looking over at these and I go, why do they need you specifically? Aren't there like a lot of, I don't want to offend you, science nerds?
A lot of people who have had experience hooking brains up to robotics. Yeah, it turns out that we're a bit in demand.
Wait, do you know Gus?
Obviously, he was in his office.
You spoke to Gus?
Yeah, what's the deal with him?
He's one of my initial experiments. I guess it's not a really early step at this point, but
He's weird.
he's got a mute. I think that makes him better than when he was alive.
He had a mute button? Alright.
Of course, he never told us that. He says that you were all working with this Vice. You guys were arguing.
Yeah, Weiss pulled the wool over our eyes. He was in one of the candidates to do that program. I think he was just trying to get close to me. But he's dying.
Vice is dying?
He's got very advanced cancer. I
Oh
think
no, what a
that's
loss.
I think that's the reason that he wants this to go on.
Where are all the other doctors? The ones they all went missing.
Some of them are dead. Some of them are below.
So they need you to finish this.
Well, I think the most of the work is actually done. At this point, they just need me to finalize work on the robot armors.
Now, have you seen anybody else here other than the other doctors? Like, have you seen Lance or Annabelle?
Yeah, both of them. They're down this way, and he points over here at the door.
Oh, down there. Okay.
There's a jail downstairs. Uh, they've learned they can mostly leave me alone. There's not actually that many soldiers here. They tend to be stretched pretty thin, but if they could get everybody into a robot, it would be more than enough to do some real damage if they ever got back to America.
Yeah, I didn't like them before when they had human bodies. Listen, what's their how do we destroy these things? We get water in them, electricity, gold, what do we do?
Your best bet would be to do a electromagnetic pulse.
Alright. Now, for Esther, what's that?
Go ahead, roll lore for me, Esther.
Alrighty.
I've dropped Doctor.
Look. That is a +3.
A +3. An electromagnetic pulse is a wave of electromagnetic energy that comes off of, most frequently, nuclear explosions. The electromagnetic energy tends to fry out circuitry.
I will explain that to Harry in like the tone that like, oh my god, everybody knows this.
Yeah, no, everybody knows it. I wanted to make sure that you knew it too, because I don't want you to get left behind.
Right.
Don't mind her; she's a bit of an action. She thinks of herself a bit as an action hero, but I'm trying to help her to think a little bit more of these things.
Really? You're the one who can't even like separate yourself from your gun when you go to the bathroom. Like, come on.
It's important to me.
Regardless, the one that really concerned about is the big one in the back.
The big one in the back?
That was the one they had me connect first. I don't know where they got the brain from that's in it, but it's more of a giant death machine than an independent robot.
Well, that's not great.
I'll look at Harriet. I think we need to try and go find Lance and Annabelle at least before we try to get there.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Listen, you just stay here, act normal, building...
Act doctory
and normal, and just average doctor building robot death suits
Never
for Nazis,
saw us.
Okay? Yeah.
Never saw us.
Are you going to take care of this? Are you going to destroy them?
We're gonna figure something out. For Harriet and Esther, we're gonna figure this out.
Yep. We're gonna get Annabelle and Lance, and they will certainly know. We can all talk about how we're going to defeat this.
We're gonna make sure they're
robot.
We're gonna make sure they're okay, and then we're gonna solve this thing. We made it this far. Plus, you got electric guns, so yeah. And so, like, hey, Dr. Nguyen, thanks for sticking it out. Just, go a little bit longer without dying, okay?
Just don't forget about me, okay? I don't have any intention of staying here longer than I have to.
Can't
No,
blame you.
don't worry. I took a bunch of files from your office, but I promise you I will get them back to you. I've got them safely in my bag here. So for sure I will be coming back and I will hand them back to you, and then we can put them back in the office. And I
I
apologize for
don't
that.
care about the files right now. I want to get home.
Hey, she's trying to make things right.
I don't normally steal things from people's offices. I am one to respect paperwork, and I have to say, what I saw in your office has a wonderful filing system. Oh my goodness, I love
Okay,
Mr. Boney.
that's a little bit far. Okay, what is its name? Okay, no, that's fine. It's a little bit far. Let's go find Lance and Annabelle.
I assume she's going to be sort of pushing me towards the door,
Yeah,
so
I'm just
I'll
gonna be
let
like,
that
yeah,
happen.
that's fair, yeah. Um,
So as you come over here, there is a stairway leading into the dark.
all right. I don't want to be selfish, but maybe I should take lead on this one.
So selfish. Sure, fine. I really don't mind.
And
It's good. Yeah.
oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, it was good of you to keep those papers. I mean, nerdy as hell, but you had your heart in the right place.
Everybody has their system. You have to respect their system. Trust me. You disrupt the system, and it's just like the worst
You
thing
accept
ever.
you accept the compliment, and we move on.
That was a compliment? You have a weird way of saying things.
Let's go. I'm gonna have to go down the stairs.
All right. And that seems like a reasonable place to pause it for our break. A little bit early, but
Ooh.
it's a good.
Yeah.
That just means there's more shit to come after.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you. Yeah.
we're gonna go away for about 15 minutes, and then when we come back, we will be back to see what's going on with our dear friends and all that
Kill a
fun
big
stuff.
bad robot. Or die by a big bad robot.
Well, let's not die.
You said you wanted to kill me earlier.
Well, I mean, I have to do that. That's my job.
That's what a DM does. Okay, that's fair.
That's fair.
All right. Then I will
See you in a bit.
bring you over to intermission, and we will be back in a little bit.
See you soon. Hi. I didn't have it planned out more than that because I thought Reed was going to do the intro. We didn't coordinate that at all.
Yeah, I'm good at this. I'm doing a great job.
Yeah.
So, you come down the hallway, and the hall actually goes a fair distance as you walk into what eventually turns into a prison.
All right. So, underground Nazi prison for scientists working on robot bodies. I gotta tell you,
we gotta get Annabelle and Lance. I think just get them out, and then they can deal with the robot.
I'm just trying to think of what Lance did the last time we were dealing with the secret mad science prison. But honestly, I was not really. Lance! I just call out down the hall.
Who's there?
Are you serious right now?
Harriet?
Yes, it's obviously it's me. I'm here. I'm here to help.
And
Lance, it's Esther. I'm here too.
you get various people now sort of showing up, pressing their faces up against the bars, holding on.
All right, relax. We got you. We're gonna help you all out. I walk over. I'm gonna look for Lance. Do I see him
Okay.
anywhere?
He looking around. It's easy enough to see. I mean, they're jail cells, so big open
Mm-hmm.
doors.
I look at him. I go. You went and looked into something without me, didn't you? I told you need me around.
What are you doing here? How did you get here?
Saving your keister, meester. And Esther and I, we cracked the case. Made it all the way through here. Possibly, well, there might be some strange things going up there, but we killed some Nazis, stole some laser guns, went on a submarine, got abducted, pulled into a plot. We made friends with the bear and some bones. Fought some spiders, and here.
We didn't crack the case yet because there's still a big bad robot apparently, but she cracked some skulls. And we were brought here against our will. So we're just trying to figure out what's going on.
I just wanted it to sound like we did all that on purpose.
Esther?
All right, so what do we do?
Of course. Totally
Esther,
helps.
are you there?
Annabelle?
You can see in a different cage, a little ways down, Annabelle is there. And, don't take this the wrong way. I'm happy to see you, but how did you get here?
Oh my god, you sent me a file to go find Dr. Nguyen, and when we got there were like these giant spider robots, so we had to hide in the basement, and then we found like this big submarine, and then this like vice guy was like expecting us, and it is so bizarre, and then he just like totally took us in the sub, like we had no control over it, and we're here. So now we just got away from everybody, all the guards, well, the one guard that was in the room with us, and now we found Dr. Nguyen, and he told us you guys were down here. I brought you granola bars, and I've got you your hairbrush. I'm sure you've been dying for something.
And they do look like they have had very little care taken of them for the past, however long they've been here. They're looking pretty dirty, maybe underfed.
So you said that these were wooden doors. I assume there's like a little
Metal
thing that I
barred
could
doors.
hand her. Oh, metal barred. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll kind of kneel in front of the door and I'll open my messenger bag and then I'll take out the two electro zappy pistols. I'll kind of push one towards her. These are actually quite handy to have, and I've actually gotten using it. Harriet was able to give me a few pointers here, and then I'll take out the granola bar and send it her way, as well as a hairbrush.
She's not bad.
And they just immediately start scarfing down. I'm assuming you hand one to Lance as well.
Yes, I would have like skittered one if he wasn't immediately at the thing beside, but I'll kind of skitter one towards Harriet to give to Lance. I don't know if you need a hairbrush too. Maybe Annabelle will let you use hers, but at least I got a granola bar for you here. So
I was hungry yesterday.
I
was hungry yesterday. Yeah.
And I was able to save them because there was a little bit of food, really like dried out, like probably 20-year-old cans of beans in this. Oh, it was the beans. Maybe that is where the gas came from, Harriet.
I don't think so. Maybe.
After all. Anyway.
Lance, do beans make purple gas?
Not typically. Look.
It was Nazis, Esther.
Can you get us out of here?
Esther, you got a hairpin? You're muted.
Of course I do. So I'll take one out, one of my little curls there, and hand it to her now that my hands are untied. Now it makes it easier to get a hairpin once my hands are not tied.
Cool. I'm gonna put the hairpin in my hair and shoot the lock.
Okay, go for a shoot.
Did not expect that.
What is it with the rifle? It's roll RD4 plus. What is it? It's RD with the gun. How do I add +1?
You would just sort of have to add it. There's not a good way to put that together, but it would be
Well, I rolled
whatever
a
you-
7.
Oh
Well,
my
plus
god.
hold on, wait, plus RD1, right?
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. What is the
So it's
R1DF?
4DF plus
Mm.
1
Oh.
plus whatever your shoot would be, which is plus 4. So plus 5.
Okay, so I roll. Okay, so I rolled my extra +1, so I'd roll an extra die to that, right? So
Yeah.
the extra die was a -1, so it'd be a 6. So the rifle actually did worse for me. But yeah, yeah.
Okay. So you
Yeah.
take out your gun and just without even really having to make any kind of effort, you
I go,
shoot
yeah,
the lockout.
Yeah, I go. Thanks for the hairpin. I put it in my hair, and then while I put it in there, I just pull a gun. I shoot the lock while looking at Esther.
And grab my ears.
And it's loud. It is loud down here. It reverberates. But the door does swing open, and Lance, quickly gets together some of the scientists and engineers that are there, come out with him, and they sort of all work together. I'm not going to make you roll it unless you really want to do something else in this phrase, but in short order, you manage to get the rest of them free.
All right. Why are you getting ready? Is Lance like leaving us? Is he like leaving the scene?
No, he's staying here waiting.
Okay. I go. Listen. You're gonna need to take care of everybody, and you are Lance. I'm gonna hand him the rifle.
Dr. Nguyen wants to make sure that we don't forget about him. And he said that there was a big giant robot in the back. Now, I'm not sure if the back was accessible from his location where he was, or if there's a way to get there from here. But we need to make sure we don't forget him.
No, I know the robot he's talking about. It's out that way, up that way, turn around the corner. There's a courtyard just underneath the crater of the volcano. That's where... Well, I think you need to go.
Yeah. Are you gonna be okay?
Me and Annabelle will be fine, but we need to deal with that robot army.
Yeah.
There have to be thousands of them at this point. We're going to need to destroy all of them before they can be deployed. If even a handful get lost, there'll be a problem.
No, I get you. You gotta do what you gotta do. We'll take care of this. Listen, when we get back, I want to talk about it. Because I think that at this point I
Is this the time
probably
to bring that up? Harriet.
I don't think I've ever had more leverage for my performance review, actually.
He sort of chuckles.
Yeah. Good to see you again, Lance.
I'm glad you came.
I sort of moved my hand awkwardly for a second, like I'm gonna do something, and I'm like, all right, Esther, let's go.
So are the doctors going with Lance and Annabelle?
Yes.
Like, are they taking everybody else? Okay.
Yeah.
And they're going back the way we came?
They're going to go disable the rest of the robots, because there's hundreds of robots that have been gradually pumping through this facility that they need to take
My
out.
main concern is that they get the poor Dr. Nguyen.
Okay. Annabelle can run up that way.
Okay. Okay. All right. Then, okay. Well, I was kind of expecting them to lead us to where this big robot is to give us a hand with taking care of that. Doesn't exactly look like that's the case.
Hey, they're not the ones that crossed the continent to save, or to cross the ocean to save everybody. We're the ones that are going to do this, okay?
Well, we didn't exactly come here on purpose. Like, it wasn't our intention. We got, like, taken. Honestly, I think that makes a little bit of a difference.
Listen, most of those books, I know you read Nancy Drew and stuff like that, but most of those books, most of those stories about the heroes, it's not about them going after things. It's about them keeping their head above water when the tide comes in. Right now, you and I are swimming, so let's keep paddling, okay? And I want to.
Okay.
And I want to try and lead Esther back upstairs to where Dr. Nguyen is, unless Esther's thing you want to do here.
No, that's where Annabelle was going to get him, and then they took off the other direction. So we've got to go towards this big door here and follow the direction of the landscape.
Okay, bro. Yeah, no, I had the speech. I just didn't have my sense of directions. I'm in character. And let's go.
All right. So
I can't believe it was in character for me to give away that rifle. Oh.
Go ahead and I'll get both of you to roll stealth to just sort of avoid problems on the way.
I just kept asking myself if there was any way in character I could keep that rifle, and I couldn't come up with one. 0.
+1 for me.
Okay. It's not negative, so that's all I was looking for. If you'd gone negative, then you would have had real problems. But you are able to go through and make your way eventually to the courtyard that was described. Rising up in the middle of it, there is a phenomenal metallic colossus. And you can see Weiss running towards it, clambering up a ladder on the back of its heel.
I want to bank a shot to him right now.
Okay. Go ahead and make a shoot check. And
without the rifle?
Yeah, just a straight up shoot.
+2?
+2? Alright.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead. I've actually got stats for him, so... So you're shooting, he is behind cover, so unfortunately you sort of bank it off of the ankle of the machine.
Alright.
But he sees you and starts climbing twice as fast.
Esther, you got any ideas?
You didn't get him!
Glad I brought you along. I'm going to try and bank it. This will be my last fate point then, right?
Okay.
Oh boy. Okay.
Unless you can suggest a compel in the upcoming scenes.
That was a +4. Oh right, to solve almost as many problems as she causes. Yeah, I can come up with something a little bit. I got a +4.
Okay. He will go ahead. All right. So you go through and you fire a shot at him. You bank it off the inside of the thigh of the robot. And just as it happens, you manage to go through and wing him. You can't really tell how much damage that you've done to him at this point. But it does look like he has been injured.
Okay. Listen, there are a lot of things I want to say about that guy right now, and every single one of them is a good example of why I got kicked out of finishing school. But the short story is, you and I need to get rid of him right now. If you have any ideas on how to shut this thing down besides just shooting it, because that's what I've got covered.
Take a look at what is around. Do I see any type of large machinery, like a crane of some sort? Oh shit, I don't even know what the hell else could be here on a huge scale that we could use to our advantage.
Right now it looks like it's just the scaffolding that's surrounding it.
Oh, okay. And I only have a lightning pistol, so I have to be like within melee range to make that any useful. Okay. Are there any huge, very important, very dangerous looking power lines or like big fuse boxes kind of thing?
There are a couple of power cables that seem to be running from the facility into the back of the robot and sort of
Hmm.
come out from the side in big draping arcs.
Am
Uh,
I seeing like any electricity going through it that I can see that it's powering him up, kind of thing, or?
they're insulated electrical cables. They don't tend to give off
Okay.
electricity.
Um,
Okay.
I'm gonna look uh at Esther, and I'm gonna look at her and go, okay, I'm gonna do something that sounds really good in my head, which probably means it's a bad idea. But that doctor said something about electromagnetic pulses, okay?
Mhm.
And I'm gonna between you and me, I don't actually know what those are, but I'm pretty sure you can do something with that, right?
Is there anything nearby that I could deduce that I can mess up to create like an EM pulse?
Um, Go ahead and make an
Mhm.
investigate check.
Mhm. That is a +3.
Okay. They're just, I mean, you'd need a nuke, as
God
far
damn
as you
it.
can tell, or some massive capacitor that just isn't here. Um, that's not really something that you'd be able to do with this.
Okay.
Um, hey, um, be just do your best, and you got this, okay? Uh,
Yeah, that's a
good.
big robot.
It is. Good luck, action girl. I want to use my physique. I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna try and climb up there and get to the top of it before him.
At this point, you would have just heard the what sounds like two massive diesel engines turning over.
Oh boy. I stop and turn and I look and I go, okay, well, I should have thought of that sooner.
You are able to climb up. Like, you can get onto it without any difficulty.
Okay. All right. I
Um,
can hear that on the roll 20, so I don't know if that's doubling the
yep,
sound for the. It
yep.
is? Okay. Um, so I'm just gonna go, okay. And I'm gonna try and climb up to get to the top of it as much as I can.
Okay. Yeah,
What do I roll for that?
you don't have to roll. There's a ladder that's very
Okay.
much there for this purpose, so it's not
All right.
a difficult thing.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm gonna try and climb it as fast as I can and try and get up there.
Okay.
Um,
Make athletics.
yeah,
Esther,
yeah,
are you
yeah,
following?
yeah. +2.
I was gonna say I'd like to see if I can find anything on the ground. Like I don't know if it would be like some sort of electric saw or a hand saw or anything sharp like a utility knife that I can grab. And then I will attempt to follow because my intention is I want to go and cut cables that I can see like around his torso, under his arms, any type of hydraulic line that I see, I want to cut through it. So I want to be able to find something that I can use that like
Okay.
that.
Go ahead. I mean, I'm not even going to make you roll that because there's literally
Okay.
sharp, dangerous stuff all around. You
Okay.
can grab uh, just scrap, twisted pieces of metal.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm going to get you to roll high tech just to see how much damage you can do as you're climbing up this thing.
+3.
Okay. So you go ahead, and I'm going to go and mark that down as an aspect for the scene because you've managed to go through and basically do an unspecified amount of damage to this critter.
Mhm. Like especially the joints at the knees as I'm climbing up, anything I can reach around the arms,
Yep.
anything I can see, go ahead and cut that fucking thing.
Okay.
I'm like a spider monkey.
All right,
Mhm.
so you go through and you do sabotage it to some extent, although it's a large thing, and
Mhm.
you're kind of stabbing at it like a bee coming after a person. Bee sting hurts,
Mhm.
but it's not going
Mhm.
to
Mhm.
completely ruin you.
I hope this robot is allergic to this piece of metal I have in my hand. And he goes into bad anaphylactic shock.
All right. And as you climb up, Esther, you have a significant lead. Or sorry, not Esther. Harriet, you have a significant lead on Esther. You are able to come up, and we'll drop you off in here.
What? What? You were luring us in here the whole time. You son of a bitch.
All right.
What is it? They're speaking Nazi speak, which is a joke I can make because I'm actually German, but go on.
I was gonna say, what the hell is that?
All right.
Oh.
I mean, it's literally a recording of Hitler, so.
Oh.
And we'll turn.
Nah, I don't like that guy.
Yeah.
Okay, when we get in there, so do I have an action, or what's the scene? What is the moment when we get in here? Because I have thoughts, but I don't want to step on them.
Up there. You see that Vice is here, working to do something at one of these consoles.
Mm-hmm.
And he sort of sees you, looks up, and I see you've made it.
I'm cock my gun right at him, and then I turn. And where's the sound come? The speech? Is it coming from a radio or something?
It just seems to be coming from the central thing. It's hard to say specifically what that is, but it looks like a large glass dome, and inside an oversized brain with circuitry and components that is charged with electricity flickering back and forth between it and a large metal ball.
Esther, I pointed that thing, and then I pointed the Esther and that thing, like trying to find my words, and then I turned. I'm gonna shoot at Weiss with my gun.
Okay. Go ahead and make a shoot check for me.
That is a +5, my guy.
Oh, okay. Let's see how he does.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of patience for Nazis. There's a few different sounds later on here. Oh wow, no, this is. You have an audio file called "Literally Hitler."
Would I do something like that? Of course I would. All right. So you go ahead and.
Can you turn down some of these because they're kind of cascading on each other a little bit? No, you're fine. I love what you're doing here. Just getting a little bit overwhelming. Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah.
All right. So you go through. Sorry, what was your roll again for the shoot? Was it 3?
5.
5. Okay. So. Yeah, you can go ahead and you fire your pistol straight at him. You see him catch it in the shoulder.
Yeah.
Glad to see you.
Look, and I go, I don't know what the hell you think you're doing, but it's clearly not okay. Now, who the hell is this? And I really, really warn you not to give me the answer that I think you're about to give me.
Silly girl, you don't know the Führer when you hear her? And he's going to reach up. He's going to hit on the console in the center. And it's that brain in the center is going to flare to life. I'm going to get you to go ahead and roll. How do you want to get out of the way of a large electric bolt? Do you want to soak it with physique, or?
I want to just athletics and try and dive out of the way.
Okay. So go ahead and roll.
That is a +3.
Okay. He actually beats you with a +4. So there is a jolt of electricity that fires out from the brain in the center and strikes you square in the chest. So that's
Oh,
one
wow.
shift, so you can soak that as stress, physical stress.
Yeah. But,
I would I would like to say that when Harriet was starting to talk with Vice, I wanted to kind of start making my way towards whatever this console here is on the left, and
Okay.
see if I can start damaging it in any way with my metal Sharpie proddy thing,
Okay.
or
mhm.
if I see that that's doing nothing, I want to take out the electric pistol and try to like short circuit it to some degree.
Okay. This is what looks like sort of a gunner's chair. It looks like it's there meant
Oh.
to provide uh, fire support against things that might be coming at the giant robot from the side.
Hmm. And on the robot, whereabouts would these guns be located? They're probably sitting on top of the shoulders, I assume, right
Uh,
beside the head.
these would be sort of coming out the ears.
Okay. So it's not like it's in the hands where I could turn the robot's hands and shoot at itself.
No, probably not.
Damn. Okay. Um. All right. Okay, so this was not what I expected it to be. I can't do anything with this. I will try and see if I can jam the joystick or break the joystick or whatever the control is
Okay.
to prevent someone from being able to use this one.
Okay. Go ahead. That would probably be physique if you wanted to smash that. And I'll give it a challenge of
It's a
2.
0.
Okay.
It's a 0.
So you give it a couple of whacks, and it's just more resilient than you were expecting.
Hmm.
All right. So, Harriet.
I'm going to try to run over to Weiss,
Okay.
and I'm gonna so I see a bunch of the buttons over there. Yeah, that console has that console connected to Hitler's brain. Wow, I never thought I'd say that. Has a lot of different buttons attached, right?
It sure does.
I'm gonna like look like I'm squaring off against Weiss, like sort of sizing him up with my pistol,
Okay.
and be like, now, Esther over there, action lady, she's really good with computers and stuff, and she's got notes on everything. And me, I hit the gun against my chest and go, me, I'm not so clever. And when all you have is a hammer, and I'm gonna shoot at the console. I'm gonna shoot it, but I would like to roll a lady luck check if that's okay with you.
Okay. Roll Lady Luck, and we'll see.
Because I am literally shooting in a completely random ass spot with no plan in mind.
Okay.
+1.
+1. Okay. With the armor that the console has, that's 5 on my
Oh dear.
part.
Oh dear. I shoot, I go, oh, usually shooting random things works. Esther!
It doesn't even spark.
Esther, it's bulletproof, you're up. Um,
What
All right.
is the floor here? Like, what's this red thing on the floor?
It seems to be a large detail on the floor, sort of glowing glass with bizarre magical symbols that are inscribed in the top of it, or runic symbols.
Okay. And I'm sorry, that's on the floor?
Yes.
Okay. I want to try and see if I can bash my sharp pipe through it, break it in any possible way.
Okay, go ahead and do that. Roll fight against that. That's going to be a challenge 1.
It's a 1.
Okay, so you go through and you smash it down. It cracks, and there seems to be some thick white fog that starts spewing out from this. So you don't know what it is. It does seem to be obscuring line of sight. And this area in the back of the head is sort of slowly filling with fog.
Okay.
Vice is going to run over to these cables here, actually. And he's going to take his turn and use a fate point to use his stunt. So you're going to see Vice, he's going to grab hold of the contacts of this electrical cable. And great big sparks of electricity are going to go through. Okay. And you see there's these arcs of electricity that come out from this. And slowly it seems to be sort of closing the wounds on his skin. The gunshot that you had in his shoulder is slowly starting to close.
Oh.
Okay.
Hitler's
see,
brain,
that's not-
meanwhile, is going to, let's say against, Harriet. Harriet, I'd like you to roll will for me.
That is a +1 against Hitler's
Oh.
brain.
Against Hitler's brain. Hitler's brain rolled poorly. So it just sort of shocks you. A blast of energy in your head. You can't even really tell at first. It's painful, but you shake it off. And you're able to sort of free yourself from whatever influence that was providing for you.
Let's go. Oh, no. So let me look at this thing. So, these machines are shooting electricity into this thing, and it's connected into the base of the machine. Is that right?
Yeah, so there's like a large pedestal, and on top of that there's a big glass bulb that's full of brain and circuits. And then in the back there is what looks like a great big Faraday, one of those great big balls with the rings around it. The traditional sci-fi thing.
Have I seen one of those before?
I'm gonna say, as someone who's been in the vicinity of heroism in the past, you've dealt with enough mad scientists to have seen this is like a Sunday morning to
Okay. Is there any way for me to interrupt it by, say, throwing my body against it?
Against the
Faraday
ball?
thing. Uh-huh.
You could try to physically smash it, or you just try to get it to discharge.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna look at it and be like, okay, that, I'm gonna regret this. And I'm gonna try and literally slam my full body up against the part where the electricity ran through, trying to interrupt it, jam it, stall it, something.
Okay. So go ahead and make a physique check.
Yeah, this
That's
is it.
definitely physique.
That's a +1.
+1? Okay.
Yep, this is bad idea. Bad idea. It's a bad idea. Ha!
You throw your shoulder into it, but it's a big metal rod. Like, you can sort of make it go whoa, 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 a little bit, but it doesn't seem to be physically damaged in any way.
Ooh. Okay, I'm throwing against it. Can you still hear me?
Yep.
I'm gonna look at that, and I'm gonna look around. I want to do a notice check. Can I see anywhere, any weak spots, like with the robots, like some open area, maybe?
What do you mean, like some open area, like a control panel? Or?
Somewhere where I can somewhere like a crack in the in this device machine. Because when we were fighting the robot spiders, there was like a gap where I could that Esther opened up with acid, and I'm looking for a similar gap.
Okay.
Like something around.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, make notice.
Okay. That's a +2.
Okay. At a +2, you do see that there are what look like access panels around the base of the brain that probably would give you access to the internals of whatever is in there.
All right. All right. Is that the end of my turn, or can I do something with that?
Uh, yeah. Let's give Esther a
Yeah,
chance.
yeah,
And
yeah. Okay.
So originally my idea was I wanted to try and take my sharp metal pipe and see if I could jam it into the glass. But if you're saying that it looks like there might be some sort of access panels on the bottom at the base, like would they be obvious to me as well?
I would say if you wanted to say that Harriet pointed it out, then yeah, that
Okay.
could be something that has happened and you see it now.
Okay. Now these access panels, is it just something that it has like a little latch I can grab it, open it kind of thing, or do I need like a specialized sonic screwdriver type tool?
No, you should just be able to kick them off if you want.
Okay. Then I would like to do that. I would like to kick one off that might be closest to where I am here. I'll get a little bit closer, kick it off with the toe of my loafer and see if I can jam that pipe in there and just mess shit up.
Okay. Go ahead. That's probably two things. So go ahead and make a physique check to open it up in the first place.
2.
2? Okay, yeah, so you managed to break open the panel. Vice is going to go through and apparently I'm going to try to move the overlay and not the actual map. Vice is going to come over here and try to shoot at Harriet. So
I'm gonna try to hide behind his.
what's that?
He's shooting at Harriet or Esther?
Esther. Oh, sorry, no, Harriet.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Harriet is the physical threat here at the moment, so.
Okay, I'm staying under the radar for now.
Sorry, you were gonna say, Ben?
I'm gonna try and defend with provoke, because I want to goad him into making a mistake while I'm standing right next to Hitler's brain.
Okay.
Is that allowed? You can say
yeah.
no. I can say athletics.
Provoke? Yeah, that wouldn't be a defense thing so much. That would be an attack on your own part.
All right, then I'm gonna do athletics.
Okay. So go ahead. I gotta shoot. That's a 3.
Oh boy. So what did he shoot at?
He's shooting at you with a 3.
Okay. So that's 3 on 3. So do I soak it or I take a damage?
That is going to be no. If it's even, then it's always the defender that succeeds.
Okay. So I'm gonna dodge and be like, okay, I'm dodge. Look like, all right, that's the best you got.
The cloud of vapor and whatever is coming out of this central thing here is just obscuring his ability to shoot at you at the moment. Esther, I'm going to get you to make a whatever you would want to do to resist the psychic attack. So that's probably going to be physique.
Okay.
A psychic attack.
That's a 1.
Okay. So you are going to take 1 point of mental stress.
Mental stress, okay?
Yeah. As the sort of the voices, you can hear this cacophonous whisper that just sounds like all of these speeches overlaying each other.
Ooh.
Okay. Harriet, do something.
I want to just dive. I'm just gonna say, okay, screw it. I'm gonna dive at Weiss and just start pistol whipping him.
Okay.
Just pure fight check.
All right.
I'm just gonna try to just stop being a fucking Nazi. Just try to beat him with the gun.
All right. Go ahead and do fight, and he'll do
I rolled a -1.
Oh. He rolled a 0. So he manages to successfully resist against you beating his face in. He just grabs
Excellent.
hold of your hand.
Excellent. I'm looking. Seriously, stop that! I'm fighting against him.
He's going to turn around in response to that. Now that he's got your arm, he's going to fight back at you. So if you want to...
Oh, he's gonna fight me?
Yeah.
I'm going to just, I'm just gonna physique and try to overpower him back. I'm gonna keep this arm wrestling match going. Is that cool?
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. So he
Plus
rolled
2.
a 2.
Mm-hmm.
So
I got a 2 as well.
all right. He's going to use cybernetic strength. So you can see that you're about to sort of overpower him and bring him back down. But there's like a whirring that you hear from inside of his arm. And all of a sudden, just the seam, like his skin rips open in a seam as metallic endoskeleton appears and comes around and beats you through your physical prowess. And you're going to take 1 stress.
I stagger back, stumble back. I'm at 2 physical stress out of 3. And I'm just face bleeding, just looking at him. Don't even know what the hell you are anymore. Yeah. Whose turn is it now?
Whoever. Esther, do you want to go ahead?
Yep. So since I've kicked off that access panel, what does it look like?
Inside, it is a tangle of wires and what looks like glowing vacuum tubes and circuitry.
Okay, so I'm going to get down on my knees and I'm going to try and grab whatever kind of tubes that I can grab and yank. Okay. And then I'm going to take my pipe, whatever else I'm not able to grab and pull, I'm going to take the pipe and I want to smash everything I can.
Okay, do you want to make that a fight or a high tech?
I would like to go high tech because that is a higher count for me,
okay.
Hopefully.
So
that
go
is
ahead and
3.
make an attack with high tech.
So I got a 3.
Right. So you go through and you smash in there, and sort of the electricity and the lights flashing around the brain start dimming a little bit.
Okay. That is encouraging. Because I can tell where Vice is. I'm kind of obscured. I'm literally right across from him, so we've got the big brain between us. I'm going to try to get the second access panel I can get on either side of me, and I want to do absolutely the exact same thing as much as I can.
Okay. The brain is going to react at your intrusion attack. So it's going to I'm going to get you to roll will again. And it's going to try to psychic you.
3.
And it rolled a 1. So.
Good.
It's not going to do too well.
Okay.
Alright. So, Harriet, do you want to do something?
Yeah, I'm going to try and take him. You know what? If I can't, I'm going to try and take him, and I'm going to try and do either physique. I'm going to try and do physique, and I'm going to try and shove him into Hitler's brain. Is that...
Okay, you want to try to force him that way?
Yeah, I tried to put me into that a minute ago. Tammy's mom says that if I do that, I'll fry, and I'm thinking, what if I cut the difference?
All right. So go ahead and use your physique.
That is a +4.
+4. Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
He manages a 2, so you do succeed. You get a good success. So you push him back, and he sort of stumbles back into the brain.
Yeah.
You see the electricity from the brain sort of arcing through his body. He's going to use his supercharge ability.
Yeah. Just trying to shove him in there, and I'm just gonna shove him. As I'm looking at him, I'm just like trying to shove him into. So what's up?
So he's going to use his supercharge ability on contact with the electricity.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to spend
Oh,
a
no.
fate point.
Oh no.
And you see the electricity sort of charges through him and burns flesh away, leaving this chrome body behind.
Hmm.
And two sort of glowing red eyes in a skull-like chrome face turn to look at you.
I don't. What the hell have you even become to yourself?
I have lived.
There's nothing alive about you. There's nothing human about you. Disgusting.
I'll try and double my efforts to open another access panel and do the same thing again while this is going on. I don't quite
Thank
know
you.
what's going on, but I'm taking advantage of what seems like a distraction.
I know less.
Okay, go ahead and see if you can open that access panel again there. Esther?
Physique.
Physique?
1.
1? Okay, yeah, so you just get it open. This one's a little harder than the other one, but it does open up for you.
Okay.
Mhm.
Brain is going to have another go at you. So that's a 2. Roll your will.
That's a 6.
Oh! Okay, so this
Yeah.
time you hear that whispering and you're just able to block it out.
Oh, shut the fuck up, I'm busy here.
That's fair.
And then pull out whatever I can, little tubes, and let's mash that with the pointy rod again.
Okay. Vice is going to come around and he's going to come towards Harriet, but actually you would be over here at this point for the second control panel.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to turn around and see you there, and he's going to make a fight check against you, Esther.
Okay, so that means I have to do fight as well.
Physique or athletics if you want to try to dodge out of the way.
I'll take physique. I don't have the athletics, so I don't know if I should leave that to chance, but I'll go with physique. That's a 2.
Okay. He has a 3
Of
because he's
course he does.
supercharged. That electricity that is still arcing through his body turns around and he comes down with this robotic punch across your jaw. That's 1 point of stress, physical.
Oh, okay.
It's 1 shift different.
Mm. I'm just gonna turn around and just be like, Esther! And just sort of just shout this out, sort of panicked.
I will
Esther,
point
is it your
out
action?
he does have a wound that if you want to use a fate point when you're attacking, you can exploit.
Okay, I was gonna say is there, you know what, this one's for you, TM. Is there a screwdriver nearby? Or any sort of loose object?
Sure, let's say there's a couple of screwdrivers just hanging around. Stuff that haven't been put away in construction.
I want to try and find one and just absolutely jam it in. I want to reach over, grab something, and try and jam it into where his open wound is that you've mentioned.
Okay.
And if I do this, yes.
Yeah, let's call that Lady Luck. Just across the board,
yeah.
Lady Luck to find something that you can jam into him.
Yeah.
So
+1.
and then you'd get +2 from exploiting the aspect as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So he comes out with a 3 as well. So
I got nothing for this guy. Okay.
yeah, unfortunately I mean, you haven't been doing badly. He's just been You know, his
He's
rolls have
crazy.
sort of been keeping up with you.
Yeah, no, I get you.
So you go through and you stab in with the screwdriver, and the screwdriver breaks.
I look at the screwdriver and go, really? Oh, come on. Yeah, and then, I think that makes it for my turn.
Okay.
Yeah. SJ, you got any thoughts?
Brain is going to go after Harriet this time.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead with Will.
+4.
+4. All right, no problems.
Yeah.
You managed to beat his 2. So the brain starts coming in with this sorceress of like whispers and chants, and you just fade it out of your minds.
I just go, oh, shut up. Yeah. Esther, you want to take a turn? You got any thoughts on this?
I would kind of want to. Yeah, you know what? I don't know what happened. Where is his wound?
His wound is a gunshot wound in the shoulder. You know, the typical gunshot wound that doesn't do anything.
And I suppose he's like a super tall dude too.
He's like 6 feet.
Yeah, definitely taller than probably what I am. I'm just debating whether I should try to ram my pipe through him, or if I should keep trying to go after the access panels at the brain. With what I had done on the previous panel, do I notice any type of diminished zappy energy around the brain?
Yes, the brain does seem to be diminished now that you've gone through and you've done something to the insides of it.
Okay. Then, you know what? Harriet's got this dude. I'm just going to go ahead and stay on the floor. And I did open this access panel, I believe, right?
Yes, you got the panel open.
Okay, so then this is where I'm going to go in and try pulling out any of those tubes and jam the pipe in and mess up as much as I can to hopefully death the brain more.
All right, you want to roll your high tech?
That is a 3.
All right. So this one, you go through and you whack around inside of it and you smash a couple of vacuum tubes. They pop with a very satisfying sound. And now the lightning is almost not there anymore. You see, even the red light is sort of dimming around the brain.
Okay. So then what I would like to do from there is I don't want to cross paths between the brain and Weiss to get to the access panel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoot back to where the first one is, and I'm going to go to this first, like around this corner here.
Okay.
And attempt to do the same thing on the next access panel that I can see that way.
Okay. Yeah, the next access panel will be down here.
Okay, then I will go around the long way because I don't want to cross paths with this, like, robotic skin melty dude.
Yeah, I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy.
Okay, robotic skin melty dude. It's his, maybe not a catchy supervillain name that's going to catch on, but doesn't quite have the same ring as Dr. Chaotica or anything like that, but Harriet, you want
Dr. Skin Melty, dude.
take
This strange thing on the side with all the runes and everything on it, what information can I immediately glean about this?
Go ahead and make lore.
Oh boy. That's not great.
Lore or occult, actually. I'll give you occult if you want to.
Yeah, well, that's a -1. Thank you for the leg up on that.
I'll share my notes with you later once we're out of this.
Thank you. Do I know anything about it at all?
At a -1, it looks like somebody's painted some runes on a glass flooring.
What are they painted with? What's the paint made out of? Can I tell?
Hard to say. Looks like it's
I
just.
broke it up. You can't really tell.
Am I bleeding?
I don't know.
Probably.
How are you looking right now? You got stress,
I
but
want
no
to.
consequences.
I got 2 physical stress. I don't have any consequences right now.
Okay.
Um.
So yeah, you'd be pretty beaten up, but you wouldn't be like bleeding physically.
Okay. Okay. I wanted to start shooting that glass there and trying to break the runes.
Okay, so you're going for this sort of central thing here?
Yeah, this orb thing right here. I want to break that.
Okay, go ahead and roll shoot.
So I didn't break it completely when I had bashed it first, where that smoke came out?
You cracked up the glass,
Oh, okay.
and whatever was inside there started
Venting
into the room. So
out.
there's
Okay.
smoke in this back half of the room,
Ah.
which ultimately
I'm gonna-
saved Harriet from getting shot the first time.
Mhm.
I'm gonna shoot that. I got a +3.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna look at that and say, I really hope that says in case of emergency in some language I don't know. And I'm just gonna let loose on that thing. Does that break it at all? Do I do anything?
Yeah, so you put a couple of gunshots straight through that into this glowing core of whatever style.
Mm-hmm.
And the robot sort of starts to lurch forward.
I did something.
Everybody, like, it seems like this is now moving of its own volition.
Oh no.
Oh,
What did you do?
if I could tell you, I probably would have done it better or worse. I'm not sure.
Stupid girl. Weiss is going to come in and try to punch you again.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and athletics to get out of the way of that.
Okay. He's rolled a 3.
I got a 1.
Okay, so that's 2 points of stress. If you take your third point of stress, you're going to be unconscious, so you probably want to take a consequence.
How do consequences work?
Consequences are basically an aspect that he can always use against you.
Okay.
Advantage, I
Okay.
guess.
Okay.
Yeah. So in this case, you would take a mild consequence, which is worth 2 points of stress.
Okay.
Now, mild consequence is something like, a minor wound, something that's not too bad. How is this going? Like a concussion?
I think he's gonna hit me. I think he's gonna knock me dizzy, and I just get like almost a light concussion, just like hard to focus.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll call that a mild concussion.
Mm-hmm. And so I just put that on here to mild. I just add that.
Yeah.
And it's 2. Oh wait, hold on. I already have them here. I don't know how to do this. Do I modify it? I modify 1. I don't know how to adjust this. So what is it mechanically? What does it do? Do I get like a -2 to my rolls or something?
Basically, yeah, it's sort of like an aspect that he can always use against you.
Okay.
So, for instance, if he's on the defense and you're trying to shoot, he can invoke that aspect for free against you and say your shot gets a -2 to it.
Okay. How many of these consequences can I take before I'm like unconscious?
You get the mild, moderate, severe. And
Oh.
that's it. So the moderate is worth 4 points of stress. The severe is worth 6 points of stress. But if you take 1 point of stress and you don't have any more stress to put it in, then it goes into the next slot.
I see. That makes sense. All right, I got this. That's not good. I don't prefer this. So I think that's it for my turn. Wait, does that so that makes it Esther's turn, I believe.
That would be Esther's turn.
Okay, so I made it to this other panel down here, so I'm trying to get it loose. And again, gonna do the same freaking thing.
Okay. You've done this a couple of times. Let's just skip the open the panel stage, because let's say you've gotten through it at this point. You know how you're going. So just make your high-tech roll.
Okay. That is a 2.
All right. Just roll. All right. This time you go in and you start smashing around, but there doesn't seem to be as much here that is dangerous or that is able to be broken. Your damage just is not getting through. In spite of his weaknesses at this point, the brain did roll a 3.
Stupid brain.
Stupid brain. The brain is going to attack at you, though, Esther.
Huh?
Okay. I don't like that, but I understand it. I respect it. What do I roll?
I'm Esther.
Oh, right. How do we all keep doing that?
Okay, that's a 1.
And is that against will?
Against will, yes.
That is a 0.
Okay, so you take another point of will stress. If you don't have enough space for it, then it goes as a consequence.
Nope, it is, I only had 1 mental stress, so I've just taken my second one.
Okay. Alright. Harriet.
That's you, Ben.
I know. I'm gonna reload my gun, spin the chamber,
Okay.
and just shoot at Weiss.
Okay. Go ahead and make your shoot check.
That's a 2.
To physique this.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't tried shooting at the glass with the brain yet, eh? We don't know if it's officially fully bulletproof.
Wait, haven't I tried that?
Not yet.
Oh my god, I'm gonna shoot the brain! I'm gonna shoot the brain! I'm gonna shoot the brain! I'm gonna apply that +2 to the brain.
Okay.
Oh my god. I'm gonna shoot that. Does it do anything? +2?
+2? Yeah, let me just, I don't know, just use that roll, fine. Yeah,
Tammy.
so you go through and you shoot the brain, and you put a gunshot wound through the brain. It shoots through the middle of the glass. The glass sort of cracks, and you see sparks starting to come off the brain where there weren't sparks before.
And I'm gonna...
Done that a little sooner.
Look, I shoot things, okay? I'm robot man. Okay. You've got guns!
It doesn't shoot things like you.
Alright, Vice is going to come over to the control, apparently not happy with whatever you've managed to do to get this thing running. And he's going to try to get the robot back under control. So he's going to roll that for a 4. Yeah, so the whole head is going to sort of drop downwards.
Oh.
So I'm going to get both of you to roll athletics to try to
I
keep
don't have that, so...
Then it's just going to be a straight roll.
1.
Okay. Challenge is going to be 2. So.
I got a 0.
I've got 2 consoles there, so I would like to think that I could probably kind of grab myself there.
If you want to go through and use a fate point, you could use that as a invoked aspect.
And yeah, let's go ahead and use one of my fate points for that.
Okay. Alright, so Harriet, you go tumbling towards the front of the robot.
Mm-hmm.
So you're moved down over there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And Esther, you're able to keep yourself in place.
Is it Esther's turn or my turn?
Whoever wants to
Esther.
go.
Well, I would like to say what I was wanting to do after I had gone into the panel last time. Since I saw that that didn't really work as well, I wanted to scoot up and go over to the console to my left, so the one that Weiss is not at, and just start pressing buttons if I see anything happening. If I don't, then I'm going to take that pipe and I'm going to start bashing into the buttons and the controls as much as I can as well.
I've raised you well.
Alright, do you want that to be Lady Luck, or do you want that high-tech?
Oh shit.
Are you using
Well,
your expertise to do this, or are you
I'm gonna
just
try using what I know of, like controls of stuff. So I'm gonna try with the high tech,
okay?
and then if that doesn't fit, that doesn't help me, then I'll just pipe it. So that's a 2.
All right. So you go through and you smash, and you go through and you do something, and whatever lights are on the brain seem to go out.
Ooh.
It's good. Buttons.
I'm
Excellent.
getting awfully tired of your plans, of your problems.
And I'm gonna.
He's going to come over, since you're over here now. Vice is going to come over and actually no, he's going to shoot at you because he's got all these guns, and guns are probably, better than robot hands. So Esther, go ahead and make whatever you want to do to try to avoid damage from this.
Oh shit. How do I want to do this? Um, He'd probably expect me to drop. I can't jump up very high. So I'm just going to run and charge at him and try to get my shoulder in his gut.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So that's still going to be athletics, I think, to try
Okay.
to get the drop on him before he actually gets the
Yep.
shot off.
Yep, trying to throw him off.
So make that roll.
-1.
-1. Okay, so he rolls a 3.
Sorry if that was loud.
I think your Discord actually muted it because I didn't hear it.
Oh, okay, sweet.
So he rolled a 3 versus your -1, so he succeeds with style. So he's going to go ahead and put an aspect against you. He's going to shoot you in the leg. You're going to be
I'd
hobbled
like
by
to.
that.
I'd like to say that, like, I still have my pipe in my hand, and that as I get close to him, I want to kind of ram it up into his gut.
Okay, make a fight check.
Absolutely. That's a +3
Okay.
or 3.
Yeah, he gets a 1. So
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
actually, no, he's got more than that. Because were you going after the aspect, the gunshot? Were you going to try to
Oh, the
explode
gun
it?
training. Well, that's gun training. I'm not. I don't have my gun. I just have the pipe.
No, the gunshot wound that Harriet made against him earlier.
Oh, that's in his shoulder. I don't know. He would see that coming. I'm just
Okay.
kind of wanting to be low, and being low kind of masks the pipe, and I want to try and get it into his gut or in his groin or something. I
Okay.
just want to try and jam it into him without him actually really seeing it coming.
All right. So you do manage to go through, and he rolled a 1. So you put 2 points of stress down on him as you ram this pipe into his gut.
Okay.
If I could take my turn,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something really weird here. I want to maybe throw overhead, underhand, my pistol towards Esther. While it's going towards her, I want to shout at Weiss and I want to go, hey, and get his attention, and I want to provoke him into focusing on me completely.
Okay.
Do I roll my provoke? Do you want me to say what I do or anything
Yeah,
like that?
go
Or
ahead, roll provoke.
+2.
Okay. So he's got... Oh, wow. Okay. So he's got a -1.
All right, so I'm gonna
you
look at.
succeed with 2, so you get to invoke an aspect against that.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand here and I'm gonna be like bleary and like barely conscious, and I'm gonna go. You sure you want to focus on the library lady, the book girl? I'm the one who shot your leader's brain. I'm the one who's gonna do it again. I'm the one who ripped your skin off. So let's settle this. You and me. And I'm barely standing right now. And I'm like, let's settle this, you and me right now. And I want to put an aspect on him. I don't know if this is allowed because I don't know the fate system, but I want to basically hinder him anytime he's focused on Esther instead of me.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So he's going to take 2 points of mental stress.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got that you can hinder him against Esther.
I'm the one that you want. You got to take me out of because I don't think she's going to be the one that shoots him. Do you? And I'm just like, yeah, that's it for me.
He's going to turn all of his attention right at you. And he's going to come over. If you're volunteering to die first, then I'm more than happy to oblige. He's going to try to fight you.
And I'm just going to look at him. So,
and he's going to invoke that +2 as well.
Yeah. Hey, let's see what you got. I'm going to try and I'm going to try and use physique to overwhelm him as well.
Okay.
And it's a +1.
Okay, so with his with his advantage that he's got against you, he's going to roll 4.
All right. That's how much stress that's me?
So that's going to be a total of 3 stress.
How many consequences? If I only have one mild concussion, what do I do with them? Do I have to take a moderate or a severe or what?
Yeah, you would take a moderate because that soaks up to 4 points of damage.
Okay, I don't know how to add that. I just accidentally created. Okay, add. Moderate. Okay, I think I got this. Okay, I think I got this. And let's see. What would that be for the thing? What do I write?
Yeah, I think let's say we'll go ahead and call this a broken rib.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
Actually, call it broken ribs, because
broken ribs.
More than just one.
Yeah, you gonna punch me? Okay, that was good. I'm still standing, dumbass.
While this is happening, I would like to have hopefully caught Harriet's gun.
Okay.
And walked up to Vice.
All right.
And aim it at the back of his head. Hey, you big metal spoon. 9. And then pop it.
Okay. Roll shoot.
Okay. Oh God, please
Are
roll
you
good
going
for me.
to invoke the gun training?
Yes, please.
So that's a fate point to do that.
Okay, so my shoot was 1.
Okay.
So I've taken away a second fate point.
So
does the modifier for me distracting him count?
I
don't know how this works.
You said that you would have that anytime that he's.
It was to keep him focused on me, so I don't know if that counts.
I would say go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and say since he is focused on you, we'll give him an aspect of distracted.
That should affect his roll.
Keep him. Yeah. So what's your total roll there, Tammy?
Well, I rolled a 1 on my shoot, but I don't know what the gun training additional or whatever else extra. Okay, so then I'm at 3.
Okay.
And then this distracted thing, is that extra? Anything else?
I think it's from his roll.
Yeah, that'll penalize his roll.
Oh, okay. So I'm at a 3 then.
Okay. So that is going to go through. And how do you want to do this?
Oh, just like that. Like right at the base of the skull, so that it would essentially traverse and come out his forehead. And like I said, I'll just, hey, you big spoon. 9, and then I go pop.
Okay. So Harriet, you just see essentially a little round hole appear in the front of his head, and then he goes limp.
That's a good shot.
You taught me well. I'll flip the gun like around my finger, like around the little trigger holder thing, and then turn it and offer it back to Harriet.
Make an athletics check just to see how well you do this.
I don't have
Wonderful.
athletics, so let's just do that. So that is -3.
You go to spin the gun
Sorry.
and you just drop it immediately.
Oh my god.
Okay, oh god damn it. I'm gonna bend over, I'm like, oh god, and it hurts. Like I just like cried a little bit when I bend down and pick up the gun. And I'm gonna try and aim at the brain and just shoot. Do I get these penalties if I shoot at the brain?
No, go ahead and shoot. The brain is pretty much disabled at this point.
I got a +4.
Okay. So you go through, it's got this one sort of main connection point implant at the front center, and you shoot through that and it just explodes in a shower of sparks.
That's right. Beaten by imperfect humans. Girl,
I'm feeling-
top of that.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty damn imperfect right now. Can we go?
I'll put her arm over my shoulder and I'll aim her or help her get to I guess wherever we crawled in from. I don't know if it was a door or a hatch or what.
Yeah,
but
there's
I'll
a
help
hatch at the
Harriet.
back there.
Okay. All right, I'll help Harriet.
All right. So as you come out of the giant robot, it's made several steps forwards and is basically ended up face first into the edge of the volcano, smashing part of the house.
Oh. Oh. Oops.
That's another secret entrance for them, I guess. Do you have any like pain pills or anything next to the granola bars?
Yeah, I might have a couple of baby aspirins. Sure. I'll just hand you the whole bottle.
Yeah, I just like pour it just down my throat, like genuinely, very possibly injuring myself more by the overdose than anything, as I'm just pouring this down.
Okay. Esther, I will get you to make notice.
Okay. All right. Where's my thing? Oh, right. I don't have notice, so paste that. 1.
You hear sort of faintly an alert going off. Inside the house, inside the mansion. You get the impression that something bad is going to happen, and it's on a timer.
Okay, I think we gotta get going. I think we gotta go. Doesn't sound good.
Can I go? You put a lot of conditions on me, Reed.
You're hurt, but your legs work. With Harriet's support, you can, with Esther's support, you got me doing it now. God damn it! You can probably make your way through and move.
All right, I'm gonna try and do my best to go with Esther and get out of this area as fast as we can.
All right.
We seeing Lance and Annabelle anywhere? Do we see like a getaway speedboat kind of thing?
You're pretty sure you don't see anybody, but if they're evacuating this area, they're probably in the direction of the, submarine, the subbase.
Okay, so the submarine didn't take us in under. We were outside, like it surfaced at a dock kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Okay, then yeah, I'll be definitely kind of pulling Harriet towards that area.
Okay, yeah, I want to go with Harriet or Esther there, and just
Identity crisis.
just go. If
You're concussed. It's understandable.
Just. Thank you. Drop my gun twice. Thank you, though. Thank you. And I just want to come over there to the submarine. I don't have anything else right now.
All right. So you hightail it to the submarine, and you see, like, nobody is paying attention to you at this point. People are getting out of the way. They're moving. They're running. As you get back to the sub bay, Lance and Annabelle are both waiting there for you. Hurry! Come aboard. We're just about ready to leave.
Okay. Yeah, she kind of hit her head a few times. I got to shoot a guy in the head, though.
It was pretty good. She's really good, actually.
All right. Hurry up.
Great.
Right. Okay.
Now's not the time to discuss this.
Exactly. So I'll kind of shove Harriet towards Lance to help, and then I'll follow and get into the submarine as well.
All right. Well, with the with everybody sort of getting everything ready, Lance and Annabelle know exactly how to pilot this thing. Like there's no effort.
Of course they do.
And you sort of back out of the dock just as you start seeing things on the actual mansion start to explode, one explosion at a time. Slowly, there's this great big explosion in the central area.
Lovely.
And you see gouts of lava start to splatter their way down the side of the volcano as you watch the mountain disappear into the distance.
Holy shit, Annabelle, did you do that?
Well, we might have had something to do with it. Glad to see it's paid off. The self-destruct system is... well, it's a hell of a thing.
I shot Hitler.
You shot
Hitler?
Hitler?
Yes, there was a Hitler's a giant Hitler brain inside that giant robot. I mean, it took her a while to figure out to shoot the brain in the jar in the middle there, but it started working, or not working, in our favor when she finally did shoot it.
Yeah. You guys okay?
We'll survive. Nothing, a couple of nights of cold beer and warm glasses of sherry won't fix.
Maybe. Esther, you drink?
Not usually, unless it's like a very special occasion or something. But most of the time, I like coffee.
Yeah, that's okay. That's fair. You want to get coffee?
Yeah, sure, we can get coffee. Oh, right. Archie also wants to go for coffee too. And Annabelle, I have to tell you, we're out of coffee at the office as well, and I don't know where you get that good brand that you tell me not to use, but I do use it, but we're out of it.
Well...
okay. I'm just gonna lean back.
And everybody settles in as you make your way back to New York. And
thank you.
I think that's going to be it for the tales of Harriet and Esther.
Oh, that was good. That was good. Tammy, you're amazing.
So are you, Ben, Harriet, Esther, whoever you are.
Okay, wait. Who's so Archie? Fun. Who's Archie again?
He was that private, the army dude who brought me the folder that I thought was from Annabelle, which turned out was Weiss, who sent it to me.
Okay, that's right. I was worried that was like your husband or something. I was like, oh no, did I mess up something? I got names mixed up.
He just asked me out for a drink or for coffee. And I was kind of brushing him off, but after this, I think Esther will definitely take him up on that. And maybe I'll go out for a drink with Harriet too, because she's not all that bad. She may not have all the brains and like the actual
Uh-huh.
knowledge and everything, but she was quite handy. She could shoot a gun, and she taught me how to shoot a gun, and I was
Uh-huh.
quite impressed with myself. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take her up on an offer for a drink too.
Wonderful. Yeah, that was wonderful. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you. Reed, I want to ramble, but you're hosting tonight, so you can do
yeah,
what you want.
absolutely. Well, I think we'll call it there for the night.
Um,
Be back with us next week, where, as far as I know, we're back onto our regularly scheduled program, and I get to be the
roll for
player,
them.
and Ben gets to torment me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
You get to torment Ben as a player. That's how it goes.
That's true. We have a big battle coming up next week. We have a huge battle.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
This was
mean,
fun.
resuming the battle that we left off last time.
That's true. Reed, you are a fantastic DM. Tammy, you're a fantastic partner. I'm
This was
out.
fun. I
Mhm.
hope we get to see Esther and Harriet again.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to get fan art.
We'll see what happens, and if you liked it, absolutely let us know, and we
Yeah.
will come back. And we've had some
Yeah.
discussion. I don't know if how serious it is, but we've had some discussion about making a second permanent stream. So
Yes. Yes.
if we can make that work, we'll see about doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
All right. Thank
happy
you. Have a
Monday,
good night,
Thank you,
everybody.
Reed.
and
Thank you, Ben. And thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
bye.
We'll see you again
Bye.
next week.
Bye.